Hello friends, welcome to Core Semantic and welcome to the video tutorial of C programming. We are studying structures in C programming. This video will cover structure and pointer in C. If you are already aware of pointers, then definitely this part is going to be easy. But if you are not aware of that, my suggestion is to watch the pointers related video first. I'll attach the link of that pointer related video in the description box. Okay, so let us start. So basically, what is pointer? Pointer is a variable that stores the address of another variable. Okay, what pointer stores? Pointer stores the address. It do not stores the value, it stores the address. Now, what we are going to do? We are going to store the address of our structure variable in the pointer. Okay, so let us take one example of structure. Let us consider that this is our structure, employee structure. I'm going to create few variables of structure. Okay, say struct employee E. Okay, and I'll initialize this structure also. Say ID is 101, name is say XXX, and salary is 20,000. Okay, so this is the initialization of my structure. Now, what we are going to do? We are going to store the address of this structure variable in pointer. Okay, we are going to store the address of this structure variable in pointer, and we'll see how to access these members of a structure variable using pointer. Okay, all of you know that pointer is a variable that stores the address, and it stores the address of the variable of same type. What it means? If I want to store the address of this variable E, structure variable E, my pointer should be of type what? It should be of type struct employee. If I'm going to store the address of integer variable, my pointer should be of type integer. So same rule applies here. If I want to store the address of E in pointer, my pointer should be of type struct employee. So let us declare the pointer first. So let us see declaration part. So struct employee asterisk PE. Okay, struct employee asterisk PE. So PE is our pointer variable. See, what is the difference between normal variable and pointer variable? While declaration, you put asterisk here. So it means it is a pointer variable and it stores the address of another variable of same type. Means it can hold the address of any variable which is of type struct employee. Okay. Now it's quite similar to other pointer variables, right? Just data type get changed. So if you are aware of the basics of pointers, definitely this is going to be easy for you. Now, as I said, we want to store the address of this variable E. So I have to use address of operator. Okay, and then after I have to hold that address in variable PE. So I'll say PE is equal to ampersand E. PE is equal to what? Ampersand E. So here PE hold the address of variable E. Okay, so let us say that this is our 101. I'll just draw the memory representation. This is name and this is say salary. Okay, so base address is something like this. Say base address is 3035. Okay, and PE is a pointer. Okay, PE is a pointer. It also has a memory location. Remember this thing. Pointer is also variable, which also has a memory address. Say the address of pointer is 4000. And now, what is it doing? It is storing the address of another variable. So it is pointing towards here, right? Okay. So instead of storing value, what is it doing? it is storing the address of another variable of same type. Okay, now the next thing is how we can access the elements of structure using pointer variable. Okay, normally what you do, suppose you want to access this value 101 employee ID, what you will do, you will say e dot id, right? If you want to access name, you will say e dot name. Similarly, if you want to access the salary, what you will say e dot salary. So what is equivalent pointer notation for this? You have to use pointer variable, which is PE in this case. Then you have to use arrow operator. Okay. So basically this sign, direct this arrow operator is not present, which we can type over our editor. Okay. So how you will use this or how you will write this arrow operator? You have to use the minus sign or hyphen sign and then greater than sign, hyphen sign and greater than sign. So this together will create a arrow operator. Okay. So PE arrow operator, or you can read it like this, PE pointing ID, PE pointing ID, PE pointing name, PE pointing salary. Okay. So this is a way to access element of a structure using pointer. Okay. You have one more way, but it is bit complex, but I'll just, for your information, I'll cover it over here. So we all of you know that uh, along with address operator, right? This is an address operator which is represented by ampersand sign. We have indirection operator, or you can say value at address operator, and that value of address operator is specified by asterisk sign. This is what? This is value at address operator, right? So what it does, it gives the value at that memory location. So suppose instead of this arrow operator, okay, you want to fetch this ID using dot operator like this. In that case, you have to take a help of asterisk or this value at address operator. So let us say it by example so it will be more clear to you. So what will I say here? PE, wrap it in round parenthesis, put asterisk sign or value at address operator and then dot ID. Okay, asterisk PE dot name. The same way you can access the salary also. Okay. So again, the operators remain same, everything remains same, declaration part is also remain same. Just you have to remember this time that while declaration, you have to use the structure type only for creating a pointer variable. You can assign the address of your structure variable using ampersand sign. If you want to access the element of a structure using pointer, you will use arrow operator. Arrow operator is written as minus sign or hyphen sign and consecutive sign. So this will give you an array operator. You can use this notation also, but it's quite complex, right? So generally we follow this notation. So it is very simple if you are aware of pointers in C from the beginning. Okay, so I'll attach all the links related to the pointers in the description below so you can access it very easily and you can revise those things. Okay, so definitely pointers will be helpful whenever you are allocating memory dynamically. At that time we can use pointers for a structure. So whenever I will upload the video series related to data structure, at that time we are going to study this part in detail. So I hope you understand this, and if you have any questions or doubts, you can definitely write it to the comment section. Thank you for watching.